Being a Leo, I have heard so much in regards to having a big ego, to being selfish, to being self-centered. And I have watched so many videos about Leos, and I feel as though people still don't got it. They still don't understand how delicate, how amazing, and how misunderstood Leos are. So your girl decided to do a video just for us and those who want to understand Leos just a little bit more, because it's always Leo season when you're a Leo. But let me set the record straight. There's more to us than just a big ego. So get your tea and let's dive in. Welcome. Hi, everyone. Listen, I came up here with the intent of saying thank you to 100 subscribers, and then I wake up and I got 200. Okay. Listen, it's a beautiful thing to set a goal and watch that goal get achieved. I am so grateful to every subscriber, I'm grateful to the comments. I am so grateful. Yeah, if you know, I read every comment, I reply back to every comment, because I believe that it is a community, and I'm so grateful. Like I was like, y'all like me like that? Y'all better stop. Don't. You can subscribe now if you want. It helps. So today I just had to get that out, because I really was like, okay, I got to do a video because I made 100 subscribers, and I was like, oh my goodness, we at 200. The community is growing. The love and the appreciation is so accepted, and I appreciate y'all really appreciating the videos that were very authentic to me. All of them were, but there was one in particular, the one where I spoke about not following your calling, that really opened up the portal, because it was my truth. It is my truth. And I see that it resonates with so many of you. So it's a beautiful thing. Also, if you have not, you can still get that ebook on love bombing. I will link that in the bio. In the description box below. So I did do an ebook on that. And I'm really grateful because that video went really well as well. Valentine's just passed. I know some people got love bombed. I know I have. So I just want to just put that information out. You are received here. Thank you for being here. And if you don't know me, my name is Shayla, aka Shay. I am a spiritual advisor. I am an intuitive, and I am here to be as authentic and vulnerable as I can be, with you assisting me and me assisting you. If you do want to work with me one-on-one, you definitely can. I am actually thinking about doing a side website just for Sips with Shay, so that I could just hold everything. But until then, you can still contact me. I will put that information in the description box below. Now that we got that out the way, Leo, let's go. Yeah. I am a Leo. I am an August Leo, August 11th. Okay, if you know about the master numbers, your girl is August 11, and then my life path number is a 22-4. So listen, my purpose is big and everything I do is big, okay? And being a Leo, yeah, I have heard so much. I have heard so many mean things, and I'm like, damn, y'all need to do right by us. And I didn't understand that we had such a negative disposition with people. I didn't know that people really did not like us. And then I realized, like, oh, it's either you love us or you hate us. It's really in between, or you just jealous, okay? Because it's a lot to be jealous about. Big Leo energy all day, okay? And I was sitting down, I was like, you know what? Actually, I was talking to my cousin, and shout out to my baby Risha. She is having a Leo boy, and it's a beautiful thing, because we was talking about Leos, and every time I talk to her, it's like she gains more information, and then it's like I gain more information. I was like, let me do this video. Let me do this video on being a Leo, because there's things that you may know, but there are so many things that you may not know. Like there's this exterior that we put on, but the reality is our hearts, the biggest part of us is our hearts. So before I dive into certain things that make a Leo, I want to give you some background information on Leo. So Leo starts from July 23rd to August 23rd. And when I found that out, I promise you, I thought that was wrong, because I always thought it was July 21st to August 21st, but it's not. So that is Leo season. It's for a full month. We are the 5th sign in the zodiac, and our opposite is Aquarius. we actually do get along with them very well. I don't know about relationships. I've never been in a relationship with an Aquarius, but I do have a close friend who is an Aquarius, and we do get along pretty well. I have dealt with other Aquariuses where I was just like, okay, hit or miss, doesn't, you know, it is what it is. But that opposite is actually a really good balance, because we are that fire, we bring that energy, and they are the air sign, so they know how to blow us out or get us in the direction and heat things up. So it's a really nice balance. In the zodiac sign, we are the 5th sign, and in numerology, the 5 is the number of flexibility. So if you are a Leo, or if you know a Leo, or if your companion is a Leo, you know that they love their freedom, they love their space, they love to be flexible, they like to be spontaneous. The worst thing you could do to a Leo is to try to hold them down. It is not good. Not good. I'm not going to say Leos don't believe in marriage, because we do. We believe in partnership. We believe in companionship. We just don't believe in do what I say because I said it. It's like, let's not. If you love me, you will let me be me. And I don't know if that's because we're the 5th sign, and in numerology, 5 is very flexible. It's very flowy, and it doesn't like to commit to things as much as other numbers do. It depends, but I'm just saying, we are the 5th sign, and if you know a Leo, then you know a Leo. Our birthstone is the peridot. It is a gemstone. It is like this olive green color. Unfortunately, I don't have the peridot with me, but I do have other crystals that are complementary to Leo. And the peridot is our gemstone. It is associated with light. Now in Egyptology, or in Kemet belief system, they seen it as the gem of the sun. As you know, Leo is associated with the sun, which is why when a Leo walks in a room, it is automatically warm, it is cozy, it is protectiveness, it is strength, it is power. We are dominated by the sun. Big, bright, and beautiful. Okay, we come out ready. We come out ready. Okay. It also helps when you hold this crystal. It deals with the heart. If you see me looking down, it's because I wrote it on my notes, because I wanted to make sure I was on point. It deals with the heart. It deals with cleansing emotional turmoil. The peridot crystal helps with emotional, physical, and mental stresses. So if you need to detox your mental status, if you're feeling mentally drained, if you hold that crystal and you breathe into it, it starts to reboot your system. It starts to give you power. It is considered like a cleansing crystal for Leo because of how we use it. And I think any crystal, well, not any, but there are certain crystals that are definitely good for cleansing. Like when you breathe into it and you're feeling heavy or you're feeling a little imbalanced, it has the power to kind of reboot you, kind of give you that boot. I don't even know if that's a thing, but I like it and I'm gonna keep it. Also, it helps. This is why I actually want it. It helps soothe the feeling of laziness. If you know a Leo, then you know a Leo can be lazy. Ooh, yeah, we can sleep our whole lives away if you let us. And it's interesting because the laziness isn't because we don't know what to do. It's because we want to do everything, so we do nothing at all. Catch it? You caught it? Okay, as long as we're on the same page. Also, we get along with other fixed signs. Leo is a fixed sign, and I'm not going to go too deep into what a fixed sign is or the cardinal and all of that. But what I will say is we are a fixed sign, which means that we're fixated on things. I'm not going to say we have addictive personalities, but when we like something until it has run its course, and then it's like we don't really want it, or we're not thinking about it until it's time to think about it again. The other fixed sign is Taurus, Scorpio, and Aquarius. So we get along with other fixed signs when it comes to communication, when it comes to building, relationship wise. Hit or miss, it depends. Sometimes they're just amazing and sometimes they're not, depends. Because both people can be fixated on things that it's like, all right, we got to move forward. Okay. And that's something that I've also had to deal with. Being fixated also can mean like we don't know when to let it go. We know how to bury it. Like we don't know how to bury it. That's what I mean. Sometimes it's like if it hurts, it's like it really hurts, and we need time and space to really let our feelings flow, because we can get fixated on how we feel in that moment versus, okay, I'm not always going to be here, so let me move forward. Let me get my head together. And sometimes it's not as easy for us. Also, if you are familiar how zodiac signs are ruled by certain organs, the Leo is ruled by the heart. Yes. That is our organ. And when I go into what makes a Leo, I'm going to talk more about this, but we are ruled by the heart, and it's really important to know this, because there are certain situations where, or not situations, there are certain illnesses that we might get and we don't even know why we have them. Like, we may have an irregular heartbeat, we might deal with heart palpitations, anxiety, things of that nature. When it comes to the heart, that is what we are ruled over. So we do need to make sure that our blood pressure is checked regularly, that we don't have high cholesterol, that we don't have blocked arteries. These are certain things that may be associated with it. We also rule over the spine, the upper back, and the spleen. So a lot of Leos, unfortunately, do have nervous disorders, panic attacks, anxiety. We might deal with insomnia, rushing of the thoughts. That is something that we deal with. And the goal for us is to learn how to breathe and be patient, how to let go and love, okay? How to really just love on us in the way that we love on others, okay? And I will dive into that a little bit deeper. Now, like I said, there are certain issues that we might deal with, which is high blood pressure, irregular heartbeat, blocked arteries, gut issues. That is a big one for Leos, gut issues. And it's mainly not so much because of what we eat, but it's because we usually don't trust or lean into our gut as much as we should, which causes spiritual turmoil, which becomes a physical ailment. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of Leos do self-sabotage, which is like we did not trust our gut intuition, which now there's a spiritual blockage, and now we cannot digest our food. So you may have IBS, you may have Crohn's, you may have issues just being constipated. Those are certain things that Leos deal with, okay? So if you didn't know, now you know. Now let's dive into what makes a Leo a Leo. Leos have this way of overperforming. And I want to be really vulnerable with you as I do these lists, because I am a Leo and I have felt these ways. Even though I am a spiritual advisor and I do assist people, I still assist me at the top of my list. And being authentic and vulnerable is something that I thrive in now. And I realize as a Leo and watching other Leos, we do overperform. And what do I mean by we overperform? Because people see us as the light, as the sun, as the energy source, unfortunately, we start to mask how we really feel just to perform in the light that people have put us in. A lot of us really don't want to always be the life of the party. A lot of us don't always want to be the one who has to protect the herd, but we do because we feel like we have already been placed in that category. So we overextend ourselves, we overperform. It's like we want to stay home, but somebody is like, come out, and we're like, all right, well, we don't want to let them down, so I'll go out, I'll do it extra. And it's like, no, we really should not do that. We really should not do it, because what we start to feel is pain. We start to feel sad because it's not real for us. Now, we don't mind being the life of the party, but when it's time to retreat, we really need to retreat, because it helps us organize the thoughts that are running in our head. It helps us balance out the tension in our heart, and it allows us to be ready to come out and just be us versus overperforming to make you feel good, okay? Number 2, Leos are emotional. When you deal with the Leo, you may not know this because, like I said, we have this energy of like we're the strength and we're the lion in the tribe, and we are, powerful. And these are all true, but we are definitely emotional beings. And what do I mean by that? Because we're ruled over the heart region, we get our feelings hurt very quickly, and we cover it in a way where it's like we'll roar before we cry. We will get tight before we become vulnerable. We'll get cold before we warm up to our truth of how we're really feeling. Leos are emotional because we take a lot of beatings, a lot of attacks, because we are considered the dominant lion, right? We're considered the zodiac sign that's going to get it done, and we do get it done. But trust and believe, when a Leo is in their space, in their safe space, they're crying a lot. They're questioning their power, they're questioning their purpose, they're questioning their sanity. And to my Leos out there, I know how it feels to be outside and it's like, there she is, there he is. And then when you come home, it's like, am I really as amazing as they think I am? Do I really hold this much weight? Let me remind you, I see you, we hold weight. We hold weight. And if you don't know that you hold weight, let me be a reflection. We hold weight, and it's real, okay? And it's okay to be emotional, because we are. But understand that your emotions do not make you weak, they make you strong. I look at crying as a form of baptism. Cleanse me, make space, okay? Look at tears as making space, okay? Next, this one was a really big one for me, and that's why I did the video, Not Following Your Purpose is Causing You Problems. Fear of missing our life purpose. Listen, Leos are like go big or go home, not because we really want to do it so big, but we fear that if we don't do it, we are missing out on our purpose. It's kind of like we have this idea that we're not doing enough. No matter how many people pour into us, no matter how many people say that we got it and we're doing good, and they wish they were us, it's like there's something in our minds, in our root chakra and our heart chakra, that is blocking us from actually seeing like, oh, I actually got it. It's kind of like we really have to have a rebirth of the mental, so that we understand like we're on track, we're on our purpose. And that is one thing that a lot of Leos will not admit to a lot of people. But listen, I'm here to speak with you and educate people on us. We have a fear of not meeting our life's purpose. And that is why a lot of Leos do have gut issues, because in order to reach your life purpose, you do need to trust your gut. And the more you do not trust your gut, the more you cause more problems in your body that does not have to be there. But that is really a true thing. We have this fear of like, am I on track? Am I doing it right? They said I could do it, but I don't know if I can. And it is a real fear of, I don't think I am meeting my life goal. I don't believe that I am obtaining my purpose the way that I need to. Breathe, Leo, breathe. You are where you need to be, doing what you need to do. And when it's time for you to evolve and elevate, trust and believe you will, because you got that strength, you got that fire. It's real, okay? It burns in us, okay? Next, we are direct. If you know a Leo, direct is just we eat it for breakfast. Now, a Leo who has some trauma might not be as direct as they want to be. They may be a people pleaser. And this is because we have been condemned so much for being direct in our younger years that as an adult, we kind of stumble over our words. And it hurts us because we want to be direct. We want to tell you what it is. No lie, no sugarcoating. It's just, this is what it is. But as a child, we got called out for it, or as a teenager, people didn't understand us. And we kind of just started to sugarcoat things or people please or kind of keep it to ourselves. And it does cause a lot of problems because we hold that in high regard, being direct. Let me tell you this, an inside scoop to a Leo. When a Leo can be direct with you and you create space for them to be direct, they respect you more because they feel as though they could be themselves around you. And all a Leo really wants is to be themselves. We don't want to pretend. We don't want to deflect. We don't want to run. We don't want to lie. We just want to be us. And one of the key components of being us is being direct. Because when you're direct with us, it's like, oh, they're loyal, they're truthful. We like that. So we feel like it's the same energy. And one of the worst things you could do to a Leo, one of them, is a Leo, you could be like, a Leo could be open and honest with you. And then it's like when it's time to be reversed, it's not reciprocated. We don't do well with one-way things. You get what I'm saying? It's kind of like if you're beating your chest and you're like, well, I can handle it and all of this. And it's like, okay, well, Leo's beating their chest saying, well, I can handle it. And then you give it to us. We're going to expect that when we give it to you, you can handle it. So it's kind of like we're used to taking the bruises. We're used to biting our tongue for people. We're used to just being in the corner like, I'm not going to say nothing. We're used to taking them jabs, but we also expect when it's your turn and it's time for us to be direct with you and it's time for us to throw some stuff, some blows, we need you to take it because we don't believe in the you can dish it but you can't take it. It does not work for us because then we start to look at you as a liar, and that is one thing Leos do not do well with, is lying. It is Horrible. We don't understand it. It's like, what? Why lie? And if a Leo is lying, trust and believe it's out of fear. It's not because we really want to. It's kind of like we're sabotaging, or we don't want to hurt your feelings. It's a form of people pleasing. Okay. Next, and I said this before, Leos are big-hearted. Leos have probably one of the biggest hearts. We will give you everything, and at the same time, we will be afraid that we're giving you everything because we fear that we're losing ourselves in the midst of giving you everything. We fear that if we give you everything, who's going to give us? So some of us, which is why people call us selfish, some of us get mislabeled as selfish, and the reality is we just don't believe that people are going to pour into us the way we pour into them. So yeah, we'll give you, but we're like, damn, I really don't want to give this because I worked hard for this, and I don't believe that somebody's going to come back or come into my life and give me as much as I have right now. So it's not so much as a selfish thing, it's more of a protective thing. It's like, I will give you food, I will give you this, I will give you that, because we hope or we believe that you will give us the same things in return. But a lot of times we kind of know you're not. We kind of know it's not going to be reciprocated. So we're like, I'm going to give you a lot, but just know I have something in my pocket for me, because you're probably not going to give me what I'm giving you. But our hearts are big and it's genuine. And because our hearts are big and it's genuine, when we take a blow, when our feelings are hurt, our feelings are hurt. It's like, oh my, it's like a hit, you know. It's kind of like if a person really hurts you, hurts a Leo, and we welcome them back, we are really on standby. We really are. And even though we welcomed you back, it's not the same. It's not the same because we need time. And the problem with giving a Leo time is when you give a Leo too much time, we start to think. And when we think, we realize you wasn't necessary in the first place. So now you're back and it's like, well, we really don't need you. Okay. Next, Leo's self-sabotage. Leo's self-sabotage because a lot of Leos growing up did not get the space to be as big as they needed to be. A lot of Leos did not get the space to be as vocal, as strong, as powerful, as creative, as authentic as they should have. So as an adult, they're still figuring themselves out, and they don't really see their brilliance as the world sees it. That was for someone. Take it, hold it, rest that in your heart. We have this tendency to really second guess our abilities and our concepts of how life is and if we're really capable, not because we're not capable, not because we're not all of that in a bag of fruit. I'm plant-based, but it's more so the people who were supposed to pour into us as children and give us that space did not give it in the way that we should have received it. It was kind of like a conditional thing. It was kind of like, if you did this for me, then I would give you space to be you. But once a Leo was really being them, it was kind of like people didn't receive it well. So we started to chip away at our authenticity, which leads to being an adult, and now we self-sabotage because we're still working back into being authentic. We're still working back into being who we need to be. We're still working back into, well, what does this sound like? What does this feel like? Which is why if you have a Leo in your life, pour into them. Pour into them. Do not be concerned about their head getting big. That's the last thing on our mind. We actually want people to remind us of how capable we are, not because we're not capable, but our cup is like, for a Leo, it kind of feels like our cup is always half full. It's like, it's not fully full, but it's just halfway. And the more you pour, you think you're over pouring, but to us, it's just drops. And we need those drops because we understand that we're the ones who's going to take us where we need to go. But we also understand that we do need words of affirmation. We do need validation. We do need to understand like we're capable, because like I said, when it was supposed to be fed to us by our adults, by our family members, it really wasn't. Not in the way that it should have been. Okay? That might have been a little bit of a mouthful, but take it. Next, Leos have big crown chakras. meaning we are deep thinkers. A lot of people may say that Leos are overthinking. You're thinking too much into this. I don't know where these thoughts are coming from. We are very intuitive, right? So what happens is Leos don't do well with lying, and we don't do well with liars. We will think 10 times before you tell us anything. It's like, okay, I'm thinking this and this and this and this. And people say that we're overthinking, but we're not. We're just already ahead. We've already acknowledged, like, okay, I smell the bullshit. I smell it. The lie is coming, and we're ready. We will intuitively and instinctively listen intensely to see where you about to mess up, so that when you do mess up, we're like, but you said this on Tuesday, or you said this an hour ago. And a lot of us, we should be mindful of that, because some people don't understand that our crown chakra is so awakened that what they'll do is they will try to trigger us and say that we're overthinking. But if you know Leo, and if you are Leo, a lot of times when you be thinking what you're thinking, you be right about what you be thinking. You know what you're thinking because you understand I'm not overthinking. I'm clearly thinking, and I have laid it all out, and I've seen this, and it makes sense, okay? It makes sense. Do not disrespect your crown chakra. It is your gift. We got this. Before I move on to number 8, if you are liking this video, do like, subscribe, comment. It does help my channel. It does grow the community. If you do want to work with me, all of that information is in the description box below. And let's get back to it. Number 8. Leo's is sensual. We just got it like that. And it's not a sexual thing, it's sensual. And the reason why I say this is because Leos are very creative people, right? And we're big-hearted. We love to be touched. We love to be held. We love to be stroked. Now, if a Leo has had trauma, they will withhold that, but we still need it, even though there's been some trauma there. We love to be patted like on our back. Like, our nervous system is a big thing. You rub us on our back, you got us most likely. And we're sensual because we have so much energy, and we're ruled by the sun, that we believe in the expression of the body. We believe in the expression of the organs. You know, some Leos unfortunately move intensely from the root chakra, where it's like they just want to have sex with everything, and they're moving in a lower frequency. But a high vibrating Leo understands that I'm sexual and sensual, and I can combine these two to create the life that I want. I can manifest money. I can manifest a new life. I can manifest the partner or the experiences I want, because I'm so sensual with life. We love to taste, we love to feel, we love to hear, we love to experience. That's just how we move. And when you are dealing with the Leo and you experience them definitely in an intimate way, you will understand that there's this lioness or this lion that comes out in the bedroom, where it's like there's this in tuneness, there's this magic that happens. And I'm not saying that other zodiac signs don't have it, but we're talking about Leo. This is our time, so stay focused, stay with me, okay? We just have this lusting energy of life. We are ruled by pleasure, so we like to do things that are pleasurable, and we love to be sensual in it. We love to look good in our body. We love our hair to look good. We love to smell good. We love to feel soft and sensual. Like we're on that vibration. If you know, you know, okay? Number 9, we are considered the protectors and the warriors. Leos, I feel like the main 2 signs that are considered the protectors and the warriors are Taurus and Leo. There's just this dominance in Aries, but Aries is more wrathful to me. But there's just this energy of like, I got you. I'm going to protect you at all costs. Like, that's just what it is. And the thing with that is Leos take a lot of bullets. We take a lot of hits. We take a lot of darts, because we're at the forefront. If you have a Leo friend, we will protect you. We will protect you until you're not loyal to us. We believe in loyalty, okay? We understand the assignment of you're not going to get bullied in front of a Leo, because a Leo will step to the bully whether they're going to get their ass beat or not. We're going to step to them and be like, that's what we're not doing that. I had this woman come to me who was older than me, tell me that somebody was disrespecting her. And both of the women were older than me, but I handled it because of that Leo energy, that lion energy of I am here to protect. I am here to go to war if I need to. Leos are a dominant sign. So even if you're a woman, you may know how to tap into that dominance of a masculine sign to protect the herd, to protect your cub, to protect your family. And then we can snap back into that feminine energy like nothing ever happened, because we understand the energy of balance. And when you're a warrior or a protector, you need to have balance. Balance is key. Okay. And last but not least, we love our alone time. Yes, we love to go out. Yes, we love to entertain. Yes, we love to have fun. But let us get home with our favorite snack. Our bills are paid and it's safe. Oh, you ain't gonna hear from us. Don't call me, I'll call you type of vibe. Okay. Leos. And a lot of people don't know this about Leos. Like, we really love to be alone, and we love to be alone because that's how we recharge. We recharge in our sacred space, whether we're in nature, whether we're in our home, whether we're reading a book, whether we're journaling. Our alone time is our time to reboot, reprocess, rethink, reorganize. That's when we really get to pour into our cup and not be concerned about anybody else in the world. We get to honor our scars. Let me say this. Leos really have a lot of scar tissue. And it's like, people don't want to hear that for some reason, because we have this exterior of I'm a warrior and I'm a protector. But listen, when we're in our alone time, a lot of us cry. A lot of us question. A lot of us feel like we're not where we need to be, or we're not on point. And I just want to let you know, as I'm done with those 10 signs of what makes a Leo, let me just say this to my Leos who are watching. We are okay. We may not have gotten what we needed as a child by those who were supposed to take care of us. Some of us have been verbally abused, so we don't know how to be vulnerable yet. Some of us may have been attacked physically, so we don't know how to be nurturing yet and caring. Some of us really do care a lot about what people say, and we don't want them to know because we don't feel safe enough being vulnerable and open with them. But let me tell you, in your safe space, be who you need to be. Find your answers, meditate and breathe into you, because if you cannot help you, you cannot help anybody. And it doesn't matter if they think that we're egotistical. It doesn't matter if they say that you're selfish and all of these things, because lack of understanding is really what's happening. It's just people don't want to know. And I had to do this video so that we understood that a lot of these signs are not the basic ego and selfish and loud and party animal. Like, it's spiritually, like we have so much more to us. And my goal is for people to understand that Leos are powerful, but we're also vulnerable, and we need space to be us and our authenticity. A lot of Leos are healers. A lot of Leos have the power to restore. When you're around a Leo, because we're so direct, we know how to hit or focus on what's blocking you and help you remove it, because we understand, like, we don't need to sugarcoat this. We need to attack it and we need to get it out. So if you are a Leo, like and subscribe this video, comment below if this resonated with you, and understand that you are your biggest supporter. And if you do not believe it, let me remind you, you are your biggest supporter, and the world needs us. They need us, okay? You need you. So be the best you can be, and understand that your zodiac sign does not define you, okay? Because we all have all 12 in us one way or the other. But just understand that you are the power that you seek, and you are your spark. To my Leos, I love you. This is our safe space. And until next time, peace.